for the winger's head.
Decided to run it there on the last of nights after getting a repeat set last set. Interesting decision.
Someone better tell Jaden Murray that Shaquille O'Neal's been replaced on the wing by Jack Melville. So he'll have to pass him a little bit lower than that. Oh, well, Shaquille O'Neal would probably drop it anyway. And the Roosters, another set of 6 coming from about the same position. So I think the coach's directions here will be just first priority is just hold the ball and get to your kick. They play it here. Crutcher, just the one-off pass. He shapes to go inside Philpott, and he gets the offload away. Unfortunately, it wasn't as effective, but any offload that finds the mark is a good offload these days. Crutcher again, he's got blockers, and he chooses Carey. Another offload. And the Chooks are down the field past the halfway. Last tackle. Crutcher finds the fullback Rodriguez again. Fullback seems to be their main kicker. Very rare these days, but I guess if he can kick the furthest, and they've still got 50 metres to play with, we may as well give it to him.
It was a nice kick too, found the grass, and now the Roosters can muscle up in defence.
Yeah, it did find the grass, found the in goal I think as well. It's kind of hard to see the lines with this glare. Hopefully at home you can see the lines a little bit better. But I seem to see 2 40s and then it's just sort of you know, posts and vague stuff. Penalty! First penalty of the day.
Slow to let him up there, the referee's decision. So the Knights go on the attack.
Oh, yeah, I gave a full description of the field by the time the tackle was complete. So I think that's a fair amount of time to stay on the tackle. So the Knights, another opportunity as a full set of 6 inside the Roosters' half. Bit of confusion actually on who wants to take the run. Turns out to go through about 3 sets of hands until they find Regan.
He's been impressive early on, Regan.
Yeah, I've said his name a few times. He's had a few hit-ups. I'd say it's at least 5. Cook. McDonald, another one that's been quite impressive in this opening few minutes. I'd say that's why they let him start today. Slow play the ball. He seemed to be a bit rattled. Cook turns it under. This is McGill. Flat pass. Rose. Brought down. 13 out. Plays it to Cook. They had numbers short side, but he goes open. He goes himself. He's upright in the tackle. Here's McGill. They've gone short side. McGill off his right foot 3 times. Ducks his head. Did he find the ground with the ball? He did, and referee Pat blows the try.
Some nice footwork there from the halfback.
Yeah, they had a lot of numbers on that short side, and I think Jasper McGill saw that the chasers were coming across very fast, and he decided to go against the grain, and all the Roosters, I think, were just caught wrong-footed.
Showed some good strength, 2 men in the tackle to get it down as well. So nice try there for the Knights.
I didn't even see him put it down. Really good put down there from Jasper McGill. So that'll give the Knights their confidence back after dropping the ball off the kickoff. And who have we got to take the kick? If he would turn around, that would be delightful. Oh, it's Jasper again.
He's in everything at the moment.
He is in everything. We just showed how good he is off his right foot stepping. I wonder if that means he's going to kick this ball with his right foot.
Big thank you to our sponsors as well for putting this on today. So Bar TV, streaming this live on Country Rugby League. We've got SLE Worldwide as a major sponsor. Anytime Fitness and Victor Sports as well. So thanks guys for coming on board. If you guys are watching on social media as well, make sure you leave your comments in the comments section. Get involved. Let us know where you're watching from and who you're cheering for.
Oh, so we're live on Facebook, are we?
Yes, we are.
Oh, okay. I thought we were just regular live. That's good. We can get feedback live as well. I do apologise if this joke's been said before, but every time I thank the sponsor, SLE Worldwide, I start quoting Step Brothers.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very tempting.
I'll leave that for now because we've just had the conversion completed. Extra 2 points for Newcastle, so the score is now the Knights 6, leading the Roosters 0.
See what the Knights can do here from the kick-off. They'll be looking to get to their kick here after points.
I think they'll be looking to catch the ball, Dan. Let's see how they do that. Rodriguez has found the grass again. He's doing all the kicking for the Roosters, Rodriguez. Wonder if that's a planned thing or he just happens to be in the right place at the right time everywhere. And the Knights, look at all them runners. A lot of runners up in that play to avoid getting gang tackled because of the pass. The little short ball is always dangerous, and Cook out of dummy half. Speaking of dangerous, there's McDonald again. And they can't get him to ground, so he'll get an upright play the ball. Here's Cook. Finds Reagan. Nice run, beating a couple, poking his nose through the line. Valuable meters here for the Knights. 30 out. Here's Cook. Runs. Dummies under. And dummies again. But it's well read by the Roosters. Last tackle. Portsmouth at dummy half. Finds McGill. Kicks to his winger in Melville. Great take. Great take by the Roosters. I think that's Heather, or Heather, or however you say it.
Going backwards, looking into the sun, under pressure. Fantastic take there by the winger.
2 from 2 on this side for that winger, so well done, champ. Under a lot of pressure, too, with these catches, and they're a lot harder than they seemed. It's not like just putting up a bomb at training. The Roosters haven't seen a lot of ball recently. They've done a lot of defending, so this is well earned because that was a really good defensive set, especially for the first 3 tackles. So they've earned this ball, and that's a nice little dummy from Jaden Murray. Last tackle, this is Nick Rodriguez. Jaden Murray's on the other team, my bad. He's kicking down towards Jaden Murray.
Great kick.
It was a great kick. Very good kick. I can see now why they're giving it to Rodriguez to do all the kicking, because what was that? Was that inside his own 40?
Yeah, it was.
And it's gone down to the try line, so that's a 60-metre kick. Very good. Is this Marty Tapau?
I think you'll find that Zion Mossy.
Oh, we've had a bit of a chuck up in the background. There's always one. In this case, it was Tyler Harms, and he probably wishes I didn't see that.
Tough conditions out there.
Oh, very tough. And speaking of tough conditions, it's quite tough in this commentary box even. We've been playing around with the air conditioner for the last 15 minutes, and it's not working. But oh well. We'll get over it. McGill. Portsmouth. Off his left. Portsmouth through. He's looking for support. Finds McGill. The halves link up. And McGill is going to score his second try. Great play there from the halves, the Newcastle halves.
That's what you want from your halfback, backing up on the inside there and try underneath the post.
Oh, absolutely. McGill to Portsmouth, back to McGill, under the posts for a 4-pointer, and it probably will be turned into a 6-pointer. So 2 tries in... What's that? 15 minutes, I think. I think it's counting down. Counting down. So 2 tries in 15 minutes for the Newcastle Knights. I think Andrew Bobcat Ryan will be quite happy with that start, apart from, of course, a little mishap off the kickoff, but I think we can put that behind us, Dan.
Our friend Tyler Harmes has come off for a well-deserved break, so...
Oh, yes, sir. I think he was the one that we saw his breakfast sitting around the 30-metre line at the northern end of the field, so...
Look to avoid that area.
Look to avoid that area. If any under-18s players are listening to this game, there's a little spot out there that might be a little bit wetter than the rest of the field.
Just an update on the social media stuff, Tom. We've got Nathan Bailey watching in Spain.
Spain?
So, welcome, Nathan. I don't know what time it is over there, but you're doing very well to watch the game from Spain, mate.
And Jasper McGill converts the try, and I'm going to Google how to say hello in Spanish.
Jasper McGill converting his second try. Nice.
Unless he's just G'ing us up and he's actually in, like, Morisset.
He's up at the club watching from the Australia.
Yeah. Well, you guys, I'm going to tell him I'm from Spain. I should have known it.
Hola.
Oh, hola. I should have known it. Hola.
I was going to say, hola.
Hola. Oh, the Knights had a little bit of a juggle off the kickoff once again, and number 8 is on the field. Jenkins takes that hit up quite well.
Sloppy play the ball there.
Very sloppy play the ball. And speaking of the play the ball, you may have heard in the NRL they're really trying to crack down on playing the ball with your foot. So I'm not quite too sure if CRL have that same stance, but hopefully the play the balls are cleaned up regardless.
I like it, Tom.
You like
back
it?
to a bit of old school
Oh,
footy. Put your foot on the ball and play it properly.
That's
I
right.
like that.
That's right. Andrew Fafita, I don't know what he's going to do. McDonald's at dummy half. McGill, Portsmouth. Here's Regan. We're just going through the hands. Speaking of old school footy, here's Lange. Lange gets through. And he passes on the inside, finds Murray. Oh, was it? I don't know.
Jaden Murray there.
Jaden Murray. Portsmouth. Out the back. Here's McGill. What's he got this time? He goes to the ground. It's picked up by Melville. Very classy. And it was on the 4th. They've got another tackle to spare. Mo's at dummy half. McGill again. Well taken. It's Rodriguez. The man with the golden boot.
Tell you what, the Roosters would love to get down the other end and put some pressure on. They haven't had the ball near the goal line since that first set.
Yeah, that's right. And by the looks of that first run, I think, yeah, there's another get-out-of-jail-free card. So let's hope this is tackle 2. They're coming up to 3 now, and there's the halfway line. So it's looking promising for the Roosters. Butcher at dummy half. Gives it to the number 21. Now, and another penalty, this time to the Roosters.
That's what they've been waiting for, the Roosters.
I think that one was a case of the markers not being square.
Just want to give a rap to Luke Heather, the winger for the Central Coast Roosters. He's been great. Couple of pressure takes under the high ball, and a nice tackle there in the corner to save a try from that little grubber kick. So he's been great, the winger.
So the 21, not on our books, but I've seen it's Reece Robertson. So Reece Robertson, the number 21 for the Roosters, is on the field right now. Dummies, Tage Moore. Tackled 18 metres out. Crutcher at dummy half. We'll go open side. Finds Robertson. Steps off the right. A little settler run there. Nice and controlled. Crutcher again at dummy half. Finds Philpott, the captain. Steamrolls his way to the line. He's still up. Can the Knights hold him? Oh, very close, very close.
Don't shoot.
Crutcher. Moore. Fires it short. He finds Runchell. Runchell still going.
He looks to be over.
And Adam Runchell will score Central Coast's first try. Determination. That's all it took.
It was a long time between drinks for the Roosters down on the attacking try line, but they've gone over.
That's right. And you said we hope to see them attacking that line. We haven't seen them attack that line since the first set. And I think that commentator's curse has come back again because you were telling me how good Newcastle's line defence were.
I'm on fire.
You are on fire. What's next? Is he going to kick this goal?
I'm just about to give Adam Runchell a rap for that strong, hard running. So
Oh, yeah. Well,
see next time he touches
that's
the ball.
okay because that's already happened. But how do you... I've just heard word. This is Finn Doush. Doush. Not Douch. So Finn Doush, how do you rate his goal kicking, Dan?
Haven't seen him.
Good answer.
He'll put it over.
Oh, he'll put it over. Now he's definitely going to miss. He can probably hear us. I wonder if it's not actually a commentator's curse. It's just the fact that we're so loud the players can hear us and we just put...
That unwanted pressure.
Yeah. And he lines up the shot. I'm trying to be quiet so he can't hear me. Finn Doush. Steps in. Strikes it nicely.
Never in doubt.
It's always, you just got to be quiet. You just got to be nice and quiet. Everyone was quiet for that kick. I think everyone wanted him to get it over.
Straight over the green and gold dot there.
Is it a green and gold? It is too. Look at that. That's clever. Maury Breen-Oval, the home of the Wyong-Roos. Hence
Even the
green.
crossbar's getting in the spirit of things.
Yeah.
Well, the Knights have had all the ball time, and 12-6, the Roosters will be fairly happy with that scoreline.
Oh, that's right. And we've only got about 10 minutes to go. 8 minutes to go, in fact, before half-time. So I think the Roosters coach, Mick Martin, will be quite happy if they can get to half-time at 12-6 or even put another try on them. So things are looking good now if they can have the last try before half time for the Roosters. And they're in possession of the ball now. Crutcher goes short side. And this could be Jai Schneider, although I'm completely guessing.
It's funny, last week the Knights jumped out to an 8-0 lead early and were behind at half time, so let's see if it's a trend this week.
Yeah, okay. Here's Rodriguez. Gives it out. Here's Heather, the safety man. A nice run down the left edge. Looking for a quick play the ball. Andrews at dummy half. Scoots, finds Rodriguez. Sees a little gap. Decides to try it out, but he's brought down 30 out. Crutcher. This is Runchell, the try scorer. Newcastle Knights have lined him up well that time. Last tackle. Crutcher at dummy half. Goes left. Finds the number 6 in Douch out the back, but he finds the fullback Jaden Murray straight away. The kick was a little bit too narrow, I think. I think he wishes he had that one again. The Knights now breathing a sign of relief, making their way up the field left to right.
Would have liked to have found the in goal with that kick, but it's not a bad place to give the ball back to the Knights.
That's true. Now that you've pointed that out, that's actually quite true. But this is not what you want. Another penalty, offside, bit of lazy defence there from the Roosters.
Yeah, it just relieves the pressure, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It does, especially a penalty like that. Big collision there. I like it when I see teams just take the tap. It's just a free hit. Bit of time off. Trainer. The referee has just told the trainer to find another place to be. You've been on too long, mate. Time to go. Of course, that's not a send-off. It's just please leave. Cook at dummy half. Reagan plays it. Finds Brown. Brown smashes straight into Grimm. Gets the quick play of the ball. Cook out the back. Here's Portsmouth. Fires it around the back. Here's Murray. Murray runs. He's down the left edge. Still going Murray. 2 metres out. Very close to the line. Nice little move there from the Knights. Ball bounces. Finds Portsmouth. Regan slips over, but he's back on his feet. Last tackle. 2 metres out. Cook. Here's McGill. This is Rose. Rose fires it out. He's going to find Melville. Jack Melville will score in the corner for the Newcastle Knights.
They run the ball on the last. Zion Mossy with a nice pass, and the winger's over in the corner.
Yeah, very nice play. And it comes down to a bit old school footy, Dan, just through the hands. If you got the numbers, you don't need to pull off this special, spectacular move. It's just get it to the guy that's unmarked.
It was good to see him shift the ball as well. When you get that close to the try line, it's quite easy to just put your head down and go for it yourself. So use the numbers and get over in the corner there. Tough kick here for the halfback, McGill.
Well, it was good from McGill because a lot of times you see the young kids, they score one try by going themselves and they think to themselves, well, if I can score that try, I'll score all the time. But he did, it was a very selfless play by just getting an early pass out to the edges. So, really good work from Newcastle Knights. But yeah, like you said, very hard conversion.
Not going to say anything about this kick.
Neither am I. We'll just let him kick it and see what happens. We've had a vote in the commentary box. Everyone in the commentary box. We've had 2 vote yes, 4 vote no.
The nose get it. It's a good day for kickers here today. There is not a breath of air. Trust me, it's quite warm in the commentary box.
I can definitely second that. Many people watch these games. Oh, geez, it must be comfy in the commentary box. It's definitely comfy, but very hot, very humid. Humans everywhere in this commentary box. Newcastle, nice run there, post-contact meters. And that's Regan. Don't think he's even had a break, and he earns himself a penalty.
Another chance for the Knights to go on the attack here before half time.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And a run like that is deserving of the defenders just getting up that a little bit quicker. And the number 14 on, Tom Swain. Gives it out to Rose. First hit up. Again, the Knights' post-contact meters are very good here. Very good signs they could get another try early here, or early before the second half. Nice offload. Swain spilled it. Referee's called backwards. Here's Portsmouth. Dummies and goes himself. And now he finds Jack McIntyre. Jack McIntyre scores the Newcastle Knights' 4th try.
What a run by the 5'8", Portsmouth.
Oh, very good. He held the ball up perfectly.
Dummy, fend, offload, and
It's a day for the halves at Newcastle, or it's not at Newcastle, for Newcastle.
McIntyre backing up there and goes over.
They have had a famous halves pairing in the past, Newcastle Knights.
Long time ago.
Long time ago.
Or are you talking about Pearce and Watson?
Yeah, a long time ago, all the way on Friday. Pearce and Watson. I actually liked Watson when he was out of dummy half.
Yeah, I think
he was sharp out of dummy half. Very, very different. I think Manly just got used to Slade Griffin being real tough out of dummy half. Next thing you know, they got this little zippy bloke. Did you go down to the game?
No, I'm a South Sydney supporter, mate. So,
South Sydney.
yeah, tough night for me last night.
Spewing. We've all been there. I know. I can honestly say I know how you feel.
I know how I feel from about 10 years ago. So
Oh, that's true. That's
Deja
true.
vu.
Yep. Jasper McGill. A little bit easier this conversion. Yeah, 21 metres in from the sideline.
And just as I said there was no breeze, the breeze has picked up. So
Well, that's good for us. Got it. What do you think of the referees in yellow today? Every time I see a referee, he's always in a different colour.
they were in black for the NRL.
I know. Imagine a day like this wearing black. Oh, I can understand at night time, and it actually didn't look too bad. It looked very modern being in black, but phew, on a sunny day, black just eats up the light.
Just
Rodriguez.
over a minute to go here in the first half. This will be the last use of the ball.
It could be the last set for the Newcastle Knights. Score is 22-6. Newcastle over the top of Central Coast. Swain to Reagan. I don't think Reagan's had a rest yet. Gone through a mountain of effort this first half.
Jacob McSweeney slow to get back into the line there.
Was he? Was he a bit dusty, was he?
Yeah.
That's not good. Not good for Coast. Swain out of dummy half. McGill. Buys it out the back. Here's Murray. Early pass here. Mossy back to Murray. Murray's got space. Brought down. Great effort by Crutcher to get him down. Swain at dummy half. Goes short side. This is the number 11, Leighton Rose. He's going to go for the line. Reaches out with his right arm. And he gets there. Referee awards the try. You said it. This could be the final set.
Great end to the half of the night.
Absolutely.
Back to back.
Absolutely. 26 points to 6 now. The Knights lead the Roosters with a kick to come.
And it's a shame because it's been a closer game than that.
Yeah, the scoreline doesn't reflect this performance. This has actually been quite a good game to call. So I hope the Roosters can keep their heads up because they definitely have been in this game. And the Knights are only really scoring on the 4th and 5th tackle. So it's not like they punched through on the first. There's the hooter. They still have the kick.
McSweeney looks to be walking off his little knock. That's a good sign.
Oh, I thought you meant walking off as in like walking off the field. Boys down on the bench are giving us a look down there. Look at that. Oh, I embarrassed him. Look at that. Kicks it nicely. Oh, just across the face. So we got halftime here. The Andrew Johns Cup. Under 16 Central Coast 6. Newcastle Knights 26. So we'll be back in about 10 minutes' time, maybe a little bit less for the second half of this game at Maury Breen. Brought to you by Bar TV Sports. We'll be back shortly. Thank you.
me just today or not put it on the hard drive? Well, they said that they're
Oh, I
not
don't
doing
know.
it on hard drives
I have
anymore.
no idea how to do that. Oh, that's on me. I'm just here with the mic.
Yeah, that's all right. I'll ring.
Welcome back to Maury Breen Oval. You are watching the Andrew Johns Cup under 16 CRL representative round 3. And we have the Newcastle Knights playing the Central Coast, had you not already known that. And as you can see now, the Newcastle Knights are out waiting for the opposition to come down from their hut up in the top left corner. Oh, I've got some bad news. Tell them about it, Dan. Tell them about your bad news. You just walked in and you were filthy.
I just don't think I'm supposed to ever get that bottle of water today, unfortunately.
About 1,000 other people here all wanting the same bottle of water by the sounds of it.
Good chance to thank our sponsors again before the second half gets underway. So SLE worldwide.
There it is.
Bar TV for streaming these games live, Anytime Fitness and Victor Sports. So thanks very much for your support, guys.
Pity Mount Franklin wasn't our major sponsor, eh?
Would have been nice for Actron air conditioning.
Oh yeah, of course. Anyway, we're about to get under the way. Under the way. Newcastle will now kick off right to left.
Time you're on.
Newcastle Knights. Jasper McGill kicks off. Knights leading 26 points to 6. And that's a good sign. Great run there from Trey McCann. Absolutely just full steam ahead, straight into the defensive line. Same there goes for Tethan Grimm. So not a bad sign there from the coast.
Big boy, Trey McCann.
Oh, very big boy and very strong. He was actually quite quick as well. Wow, he is a monster. Look out for him this game. Kutcher. This is Runchell. Playing quite well considering the scoreline is Runchell. He's done a good job. Here's Runchell. Not Runchell again. That was Kutcher. Something's happened here. It's a knock-on from the coast.
Just some good marker pressure there out of
it was.
Marker. Forces the error.
We've had it a few times. It's a lot of times, I don't know if you've noticed it as well, is when the dummy half is going to pass, a lot of the times the markers will just play at the arm. Rather than try to make a tackle, they'll just hit the arm and force that error.
Instead of knocking the ball out, so it's go for the arm. And
Up with your second row. Up with your second row.
Pass.
Second row.
Good tactic.
Yep. Up there. Yep.
It's one of those things that's frowned upon, but everyone still does it. Flat pass. Rose. Makes his way to the 40. Knights in good position again. Swain is still on. Finds Regan. This is the number 8 in Jenkins. Makes it over the 40. 35 out. Looking for a quick play the ball. He was on his belly. Here's Swain. Dummies under. Here's Portsmouth. Finds Murray. This is where Murray's dangerous, but it was well read this time by Doush.
He's very
well
elusive,
read.
Murray, isn't he?
He is. He's nice and he's very quick as well. Swain short side. Swain runs. He's got the numbers. Oh, but he doesn't have the execution. Great opportunity then. But the pass was just a little bit out in front of Brodie Linane's hands, so it wasn't taken.
Caught them napping down the blind side there. 3-on-1. The pass sticks are over in the corner.
That's good signs. If I was coaching, I'd be like, that's good. That's what I want to see. You see numbers down the short side, you take it. It's a very good scrum. How good does that scrum look? That looked really good, that scrum. No, one person wanted to push. No one struck at the ball. It was just balls in, balls out. It's like a play the ball, but with 12 people. Roosters. Sort of coming out from their own zone. They've done this a lot this game. Grimm makes it over the 30. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. They're sort of defeating the whole purpose of what a scrum was actually designed for.
Right side with me. On the line. On the line.
I actually don't mind if they bring the scrum back on the 10-metre line again, give them that a little bit extra room. They used to do that back in the 90s. It's very close to the sideline, but hey. Rodriguez kicks again. Finds the touch line, so we will have another scrum. Knights will get the feed on their own 30-metre line. Don't know whether that was the kick he actually wanted, Rodriguez. I think he was aiming for the sideline, but maybe a little bit closer to the try line.
He didn't sound happy with it.
No, he didn't. A word that starts with, I think everyone knows the word. Damn. That bugger. Linane. And that bright white headgear. Bit of a struggle to bring him down. He was pretty strong for a winger. No disrespect to the wingers, of course. You know what I really like? Wingers. Swain. Regan shows the pass. Here's Regan. He's looking for support, but it's swamped. He's absolutely swamped by Roosters. Couldn't get the pass away, so smart choice there to hold the ball. Swain. Long pass. McGill. This is the 11 in Rose. Makes his way to the 20. Over the 20. Couple of tackles to spare here. Swain eyeballs the short side again. But he finds Brown. Brown finds Regan. Last tackle. Swain. Portsmouth. Cut out pass to Lange. Lange's going to go himself. He's on his back. Lange's held up. Great defence.
Yeah, they've done well there, the Roosters, holding him up over the line.
And it's an attitude thing. It's good to see that they've got really good attitude, because when you're down by this much, a lot of the times you see something like that and they might just sort of slack off. But it's really good to see these young blokes, while they're down by a lot, they're still working as hard in defence as what they would in attack. So it's great to see.
Plenty of numbers in the tackle too, that's another good sign. So let's
yeah.
get off the line now.
And even that line break before from Regan, you just saw everyone from the Roosters just turn and chase as hard as they could. So that's good to see.
Well, it's a showcase. It's a showcase for these young kids.
Oh, absolutely.
The more effort they put in, the better for them.
Hopefully the two legends actually get down and watch a couple of these games, or at least the finals. Would be nice to see. Present the trophies. Something like that. I'll put the pressure on them if they're watching now. Grimm. A couple of these players with great commentary names. The 21, Robertson. Makes it over the halfway.
Couple with a bit tougher.
Yeah, a bit tougher. There's great names and then there's nightmares. Dash. Little dab. And a nice take there from Melville. Bringing it back. The wingers have been actually really well today. Lange. Where is it? No, sorry, that's Zion Mossy. The Marty Tapau Jr.
A few comments from one of Zion's relatives on Facebook as well, so good to see them watching.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome. The more people watching, the better. Drop us a comment and we'll give you a mention if you like. And number 8, Jenkins. Big Jenkins brought down on the 40. Looking for that play the ball. Swain short side. Here's Portsmouth. Gets it short. Here's McIntyre. McIntyre's going himself. Oh, great tackle. Great tackle from Douch. Quick play the ball. Swain. Dummy half. McGill. Early ball out to Portsmouth. Here's Murray. They've got the numbers. Mossy.
Great defence again from the Roosters on their line.
Oh, absolutely. That's
All for all money there, Mossy.
head down. And they've just stopped him in his track. That was just a brick wall in defence. And they had all the running the Knights as well. It was just after a line break.
Marcus, move up. Marcus, move up. You're right, mate. 11.
Oh. Angry man. Angry people.
Captains.
Yeah, hi, my name's
Captain.
Tage Moore, and I'm very angry at you.
We're not going to tolerate that crap, righto. Sort it out.
What can you tell us, Dan?
Just wants his captains to sort him out. He's not going to tolerate any of that, he says.
Why would you?
Good to see the captains went back and addressed their teams as well.
It's just referees. They shouldn't have to deal with that. It's like policemen trying to deal with a divorce. This shouldn't have to happen. And the Roosters with Runchell. Sometimes I wish they've got numbers on the front of their shirts. Sometimes. Oh, he fires a nice cutout ball. I don't think that was supposed to happen, but anyway. They're just sort of in a hole at the moment, the Roosters, trying to claw their way out of their own area. And this is Philpott. Brought down. There's a big difference in the post-contact meters between the Knights and the Roosters. Kutcher again, and here's the 19. McCann. He took a really good run from a kickoff a while ago, and we haven't seen much of him recently, so Hopefully we'll see a lot of him in the future. He did well to hold this up, Doush, but the ball's still live, and he finds Rodriguez. A little bit of a wayward kick. A wayward kick, and he's brought down. The Knights have the footy now. Regan out of dummy half. Makes a good 10 metres. Portsmouth will have the roll now, dummy half, and give it to Langy. Giving his forwards a little bit of a break, as a good outside back does. Swain. He kicks for himself, Swain. It's taken excellent by the Roosters. Here's Douch. Oh, big hit on the run. Butterfield knocks him back behind the 40. Oh, absolutely. They've had a couple of really good positional plays from fullback. One in the first half, one in this half. And a penalty. Oh, there's your play the ball penalty.
There it is.
I wasn't watching. I had sniffles. But yes, we spoke about it the first half. Your foot must at least attempt to push it back with your foot. Well, your foot to be... Yeah, anyway, you got to use your foot.
It looks like Doush has gone back to fullback here for the second half. He's done quite well back there at the start of the second half.
Oh, yeah. It has been quite a good positional swap. We had Rodriguez make a really good tackle one-on-one, and then we had Doush make that really good scoop from fullback and make 40 metres before he was absolutely crunched. Mossy. Very hard to take down. Jenkins runs it straight. Reminds me of James Tarmo. Just his stature. We'll get to play the ball to Swain. Swain goes himself. All the confidence in the world from this young bloke. Portsmouth. Here's McGill. He fires it short, and Leighton Rose. Everyone's eyes were out the back with Jaden and Murray, and a great decision from McGill, giving it short to Rose for another try.
Great short ball from McGill and good hard running there. Nice line run by the second rower, and he crashes over.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But I would too if I was Central Coast. You've seen all the success that the Knights have had with Jaden Murray out the back and using his speed, so I don't blame them for actually thinking it was going to happen again on their line. But great position, great execution there from the halfback. He's had an outstanding game so far. So that brings the Knights 30 points with a kick to come, leading Central Coast Roosters 6.
Be interesting to see how the Roosters respond to that. They've been hanging tough the second half, so let's see if they can keep their heads up and finish this game off strong.
Yeah, was that the first? Is that the first try of the second half? It is, isn't it? And that's a good sign. That's it's about what 13? I don't even know. 12 minutes in. Still, they let 2 tries in the first half in that amount of time. He's kicked it. 32-6. Knights way.
That's Leighton Rose's second try of the day. Once again converted by Jasper McGill. Score is Knights 32, Roosters 6.
It's been impressive today, McGill. A couple of tries for himself, lays one on, kicks goals.
Oh, yeah.
This is a good platform for these young blokes. He's really standing up today.
Yeah, platform into the NRL. So both of these teams linked directly with the NRL. Obviously, the Knights are with the Newcastle Knights, and Central Coast line up with the Sydney City Roosters. And all 11 regions today, out of all the 11 regions participating in the CRL representative fixtures, 8 of them are directly linked with the NRL clubs.
Yeah, it's good to see. The country boys get to stay at home. And
Yeah, awesome.
At home, which is nice. So.
Yeah, so and they're hoping, CRL are hoping by next year that all 11 regions can be directly linked with at least one of the clubs. So bright future ahead, especially for the young kids. The Knights chipping it halfway, and here's Swain. Nice draw there, but something happened. Another play the ball penalty. You know what that is? Consistency.
It's good to see from them.
It is great to see.
See what the Roosters have got here. Chance to go on the attack for the first time in this half. Try and really boost their confidence, I think.
Well, they deserve to go on the attack. They've defended actually quite well. Like, You see 32-6, but 6 of those are only from this half. They've actually defended really well. So they do deserve this, and I do hope they can hold it for the whole 6. Or if they want to score on the second, they can just do that.
Hold the line, 12.
I don't mind.
12. Okay.
Crutcher tapped, Doush, and this is Reed.
That's fine.
Just making his way into the game late in the
Don't work
second
in.
half is Dan Reed. Plays it to Crutcher. This is the number 19. Here's McCann. He's going to get as far as he can post-contact. Oh, yeah, very, very solid name. Here's the 7 in Moore. Quick play the ball. Here's Crutcher. McCann again. He's going to be hard to stop. Oh, has he got the ball down? He has. Trey McCann. Oh, absolutely. Scores the second try for the Roosters. Now, I said if they want to score early in the count, they can do that, and they did do that, so that's awesome. It's a bit of a worrying sign. I know the Knights are dominating this game, but it is a worrying sign the times that Central Coast are up that end. They're actually putting the points on.
Easy to switch off for the Knights at the moment. 32 to 10 up now. Got to keep their focus. There's still a few rounds to go in this competition. If they want to go a long way in it, they'll have to improve their goal line defence.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So we've got Doush kicking again. Number 6, who is playing fullback.
Conditions in the commentary box have improved as well.
Is there anyone on Facebook commenting that's concerned about our welfare?
No.
Go Knights.
No positive feedback either. So.
Leighton Rose, great game. Hello 40. Lindy, how you going? He's got it. They're still in this.
Try to the Roosters, number 19, Trey McCann. Converted by number 6, Finn Doush. Scores 32.
As we can see next door, Dan, the look on the coach, Andrew Ryan's face for the Newcastle Knights is a little bit worrying. I'd say he's well aware of their goal line defence. Philpott, the captain, leading the way for the Roosters. Not a bad run to start off this set. Very, very good. Oh, absolutely. Catching the Knights off guard. There's another good run for McCann. 2 tackles, already almost at the 40. This is a strong set. Oh, no! What a let-off. It's what I call a fizzer. A coach killer as well.
Come. Oh, Steve.
An earthquake here up in the box. We can just feel the shaking from the angry coach.
Yeah, sit hard. I've got foot.
Boys,
Roosters,
boys,
take it back. One set. One. When you're ready.
Oh, the hooker's going for the ball. Swain. Portsmouth. Out the back. Murray. Read well there by his opposing number. And, of course, Thomas Wood. Short side. Portsmouth. Dummies left. He steps right. Brought down again. Good tackle, Dan Reed. Swain goes open. Here's Butterfield. Nice controlled run. Finds his gut. Swain again. Regan. Early pass. Oh, the hands are great. And it's Reece McDonald. Nice little hot potato work there from Newcastle. And McDonald scores a try.
Tyler Harmes with a great short ball there close to the line.
Forward to forward to forward. You don't see that often, like little hands like that from the forwards.
Mainly from the Bulldogs, but that's a great try there for the Knights.
Would you say the Bulldogs still now that Graham's gone?
Nah, maybe St George.
St George, yeah. Does Vaughan have good hands?
I'm not sure. It's for a try.
He can, I know that. I bought him on Supercoach last year and it was my best buy. Don't have him this year. He's too expensive. I'm on a budget. No, I don't even have Cameron Smith. My tactic in Supercoach, do you play Supercoach?
Yep.
Yeah, my tactic is for the first round, I leave at least $1 million in my bank. That way I can really control my trades. So my gameplay is based on my trades. So my hookers are like Slade Griffin and Havili. Yeah, less trades. Yeah, I will be careful, but the good thing is both my hookers, they're cheap and they're starting.
My whole reserves are
Starting.
4,000.
Starters? Yeah, cool. So you got like Katoa and that? Yeah, he's... Now, if you've never played Supercoach, get on it. Unless you've got no time. Because Supercoach tends to make time for itself. Oh, yeah. It becomes a high priority whether you like it or not. Sunny Coast. With Rodriguez. Oh, it's not Rodriguez. That was tricky. That was really tricky. I'd say that was designed to fool Newcastle, but it's just fooled me. Oh, well. Better to fool the commentator than fool no one. Regan again. Well, McGill's been very flash, Dan. Regan, geez, he's done a lot of work. Turns it inside. Oh, yeah, and I don't think he's been off.
There's an error in the play the ball from the Knights.
Nutted. Tyler Harms. Nutted.
Be disappointed with that Knights.
Let's see how Newcastle go with their defence this time. Another opportunity for Central Coast and another opportunity for Newcastle in their goal line defence to actually show they do know how to do it and they do know how to scramble for each other. Dash shows and goes himself. Pokes his nose through. Good to see him taking the run himself and not throwing the hospital ball. Kutcher is the 15. Reed. Don't know what the dummy did, but looks good. We're on live stream, don't forget. Crutcher. This is McCann. Finds a little gap, and he just guns for it. But is brought down 5 metres out from the line. Play the ball here. Crutcher goes left. Is the 7 in more. Goes himself, but is wrapped up. He finds the offload, however. Runchel's got the ball, looking for the second try to add to his name. Moore's at dummy half. Fires it flat. And Dan Reed almost in a hospital ball situation. Oh, absolutely. Well read by the Knights. Crutcher. Here's Doush. Rodriguez. They're a bit flat, the boys. Ball fires over the top. The winger's got the ball. It could be spectacular. Rowan Ma. And he's got it. What a finish from Rowan Ma on the right wing for Central Coast.
Had a bit to do there, Ma. Showed good pace and snuck over in the corner.
Oh, yeah. I saw the ball bounce. I was like, oh, that could have been a drop, but he's got it down. That's one of the ones where you want to see a replay.
As long as the referee's happy with it,
I'm happy with it.
that's all that matters.
I'd rather give a try than take a try away. When you...
Tell you what, if the Knights could have had a bit more
Better job in the in-goal, Pat.
every time they
Yeah, good job penciling that.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
take it
3
back,
from
boys.
3. Like, apart from the very first, 3 from
Okay.
4 then if you count the first set that they had, but that might have been nerves.
Wait, I need to
But
see.
yeah, 3 times they've been down this end. We're with a full set.
Johnny!
They've converted every
John!
time. Speaking of conversions,
John!
we need a kicking tee.
I like. Okay.
like to see him use his heel into the ground and set it up for the old coach.
Send a kid out with a bucket of dirt.
Kick it off the ground.
Bucket of dirt. Yeah. Remember when I used to play at our training ground, we'd have just this one spot on the field that was just dirt, and that was where you practice kicking goals from because you already had your
When
tee
you guys
there.
make
just
the
had to
decision,
make
can you
it.
just come into the centre of the thing because I can't leave.
Oh, Lindsay over
Yeah.
at Beresfield.
Brilliant. Just like come into the centre of the goal,
Sonny
play, just make your
Beresfield.
decision.
I
just
used
like
to
on
think
Tuesday.
when I was playing there, oh, geez, we've got the best ground in the
Move
world.
to the side.
And then I started going to other people's grounds going, yeah, our ground sucks. Beresfield now, they've got a really nice facility at Somerset Park in Thornton, so. Sure have. Oh, yeah. Oh, really? Yeah, no, very nice. Very nice. That used to be, we had a takeaway near my place and it closed down and Big Bertha's became, that's a nice kick. Very nice kick. Yeah, Big Bertha's was our closest takeaway. So a lot of hot chips from there, chips and gravy. Very nice.
Converted by Finn Doubt.
Grandparents' favourite place to go, Big
Scores
Bertha's.
now 9:40.
Yeah, very good. The score is now Newcastle Knights 38, Central Coast 18. And Central Coast with possession. And that's McSweeney. Playing the ball there. Crutcher. Dash. Reed. Chipping away at that 30. Thought he was going to spill that then. Here's McCann. Now he's starting to get involved. Couple of back-to-back hit-ups, and they've all been very dominant. Crutcher. Moore. Runchell. Out to the number 3 in Andrews. Could have shaped to the winger there, but it was very risky. Winger could have been taken out. The winger goes himself now. Heather. Something's happened. Ooh. Something's happened all right. Looks to be a little bit hurt, poor fella. Hope he's okay.
Take it back.
Dan, did you see anything in that tackle?
Yeah.
Looked a bit
He's
awkward.
injured, mate.
Yeah, but isn't it when a whistle blows?
Oh, it's no. I wonder if it's a case of his neck or his back, because he seems to be. He doesn't seem
Same
to be
rules, mate.
rolling in pain or whatever. It just he's sort of being just very still.
Yeah, but if I'm in the process of pulling time off, it's all good. Right.
The boys in blue.
And I'd give you guys the same treatment.
And they're signalling to the sideline, and
You're just asking the question.
the E-group security man's running on. Set up a perimeter.
You're happy that that's not enough.
We do hope that.
Bit of a crush tackle up.
I believe it's. Actually, I'm not sure who it is.
Yeah, I didn't think there was anything wrong with it. I thought he just came in over the
You're
top.
happy with it?
Yeah, I was happy that he was on the ground. I was in the process
They
of
have
saying,
it.
Yeah, you didn't know.
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
that's what I mean. He's like curled up. Like, no, I can't help that.
Yep.
Number 11 you got? Number 11?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just come here, mate.
Previous games have
And
shown
the
that
captain.
they've actually been beaten quite heavily, Central Coast. So, and the Knights have actually
in
been
trouble
quite
or anything.
successful,
Oh, yeah.
both in the 16s and 18s. So, they've really put it to them today. I wonder what the referee's
to be careful.
saying
Yeah, right,
here
yeah.
to the
Just
Knights
if- yeah,
players.
I'm in the process of saying, like, he's about to be released. Like, you know he's about to get released. Just don't go in there. Yeah, right. Yeah. You didn't do anything wrong. Yep. But just be careful. Yeah, okay. Sorry. I'm just letting you know. Yeah. Sorry about that. No, that's fine. Oh, he's just in an awkward position, and then, like, he's gone in the tackling. It's no one's fault.
No, it didn't look like there was.
I'm not sure.
Well, on the clock says 5.5 minutes.
Yeah,
so
I'm happy with it. He was in a very,
depending
very
on the
awkward
severity of this injury,
Yeah, he was on his back.
could
And
be
his back placed
required to
no
get an
way.
ambulance.
Yeah, and
Now, if there is an ambulance needed, and there's 5 minutes left,
Do anything more than
there's a
what it is,
bloke
but-
running
Yep.
out with a stretcher now. Junior games
Definitely
and
look at it,
stretchers
bro.
I get very worried at.
Yeah.
That will be last tackle there, boys.
But to all the people out there listening, for a game to be registered as complete, 70% must be completed, and we've definitely hit and surpassed 70%. So this game will stand regardless of whether or not we do play again. But hopefully everything that's going on here is precautionary, and the young Central Coast boy is okay. You hate seeing this in any sort of game. Oh, okay, so we've just heard that the man out there in the grey shirt that just came out there recently, he's actually the doctor. So it's good to see that they've got actually trained medical professionals on standby, so that's good to see. So he's in good hands. And I'm going to see if we've got any people asking on Facebook.
No.
You know, I think it's fine. Just have to
No.
put it in your...
Oh, 100%. Was it 145?
Yeah.
Yeah, he...
Oh, replay. Someone's asking for a replay.
He's on the ground. Mate, packing around the window, I'll make it golf balls.
Yeah, well, he's my he's a complete tackle.
Oh, we were too. Don't you worry about that.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, what do you do completing a tackle? It's unfortunate, but they're going to call it.
So we'll give you as much updates as we can, but we are up in the box. We do not know what has happened, where the trainer's hands were, and feeling whether or not there was any pain from the young boy. It was around the neck region, so that usually means we can't really move him.
Will that be an ambulance on the field?
Yeah, I didn't see anything wrong with it at all. It just could be a way if he's landed or if he's on his side and someone's fallen on the side of his head, or the ground manager's running out with a neck brace at the moment.
Yeah, they got you.
It's either a neck brace or a really, really, really big Incredibles mask.
Josh?
Yeah, hopefully.
There'll probably be an ambulance coming. So game's going to stop. There'll be an ambulance coming on the field, and that's going to be a while. So that game? No.
Can we still play the last
good.
5:45?
Last night to me.
Hopefully, it becomes a little bit of a high priority for the emergency services, being a neck injury. I was at a game yesterday where an ambulance was needed as well. A young fella from
benches.
Far West Academy. They came down to visit, and he popped his hip out. And because the hip joints around a lot of major arteries, they didn't want to move him. So yeah, an ambulance was needed. But it was totally different spectacle to what we saw. We saw right now it's just him laying down very still, whereas the boy yesterday, he was screaming.
If it does go that way, it would be a disappointing end to what's been a very, very good game from both teams.
Oh, absolutely. 38-18 doesn't really give the game justice. The second half score alone is 12-6 to the Central Coast. Oh, really? Hopefully. Even though it is Sunday. Sorry. Had to make conversation somehow. We're kind of in a rut at the moment of what we can talk about. Okay, as you've just seen right there in front of center screen, the referee has just signified that this match will end right now. I believe that there is an ambulance to be called. There's a footy in the room. And this game will finish as it stands, with the score being the Central Coast Roosters 18, defeated by the Newcastle Knights 38. It's a very unfortunate way to end a game, but I don't think it was very practical waiting all this time just to play another 5 minutes of football, especially when the players get cold. So that just spells injury. So congratulations to Newcastle in a very good performance. But Central Coast, hold your heads high, because you were very impressive in the times that you did spend in the opposing team's half. So my name's Tom Taylor. Thank you very much for your time, Dan. Really appreciated you being in the commentary box with me.
Cheers, mate.
And stay tuned. So hopefully as soon as this injury is taken care of, we will have the under-18s, the Laurie Daley Cup, straight after this. And we'll be back to you shortly. Thank you very much. Hello and welcome to Maury Breen Oval once again. If you're just tuning in, you're about to watch the CRL representative fixtures, the Laurie Daley Round 3 Cup, or Round 3 of the round games, I should say. Central Coast Roosters will play the Newcastle Knights. Our match officials stand out in the middle of the field, waiting for the two teams to join them. And contrary to recent years, especially with the representative games that are live streamed, if you do not know, both teams will meet together at the centre of the field, shake hands, a bit of respect, and the toss will be done in front of our eyes. So my name is Tom Taylor, and joining me in the commentary box is Dan. Should I try and say your last name?
Yeah, McCamley, mate.
McCamley. Dan McCamley. How you going, Dan?
I'm going good, mate. We had a good game in the under-16s earlier. Finished with on a bit of a sour note with an injury to one of the young fellas. So let's hope he's okay and looking forward to the 18s.
Yeah, well, we had plenty of trainers there, and we had a qualified doctor, and he's just been stretchered off. So that's a good sign. If the doctor's confident, then he can get stretchered off. So that's good. So he's over in the medical tent at the moment. Central Coast First Knights, they're coming out any minute now. So, Dan, do you want to introduce us to the Central Coast team, being a Central Coast junior yourself?
Yeah, sure. So we've got Kendall Fahy at fullback. On the wings, we've got Joshua Martin and Saxon Wallenharpt. In the centres, we've got Jason Little and Mitch Bowler. At 5'8", Regan Harris. And at halfback, Kyle Lang and captain. In the front row, we've got Jake Wadey and Jacob Keane. At hooker, Darby Elton. In the second row, we've got Kai Worrell and Kyle McLean, and at lock we've got Jack Stringer. And then on the interchange bench we've got Kyle Kappa, Kai Doyle, Taj Kennedy, Jade Strongman, and Taya Turaki. And the coach is Matthew Sharman.
Okay, Newcastle Knights line up this way. At fullback is Trentham Peterson. On the wings are Mally J. Townsend and Iotava Matora. The centre pair are Jack Smith and Sam Abraham. The 5'8" is John Tuivati. I apologise if that's wrong. And the halfback is Willie Lockwood. The front row are Nirhana Oldham and Harry Whitfield. The hooker is Ryan Potts, and the back row are Sione Tuitupo Kutu. Thank you. Riley Main and Ross Hady locks the scrum. The bench is Matt Mayafua, Bailey Walker, Jack Jackson, Tyler Doney, and Jai Byman King. And they're coached by Mark Morrissey. And we're,
Very well there, Tom.
thank you, and I had to sort of fly through it. We do have a couple of changes to the teams that we will fix on the run. But right now, we have Willie Lockwood for the Newcastle Knights to get us underway. And there it is, Laurie Daley, Round 3, CRL representative, fixture at Maury Breen, and the big collision will set the standard for the rest of this game, we hope. And this is the number 13. This is Stinger. No, it's 8. Sorry, it's Wadey. Very hard to see numbers from this angle. Good signs already. They've shifted the ball. This is McLean. Dummy half. We've got Elton. A penalty against the team with the ball. This could be a play the ball.
There it is again.
It's very strict, but there's only one way to fix it.
Definitely cracking down on it at all levels, it looks like.
Here's the mark.
Absolutely. Hopefully it's consistent, because I do like seeing some good play the ball. So.
Here on the 10. Waiting. Go.
Okay, well, let's play it to watch. We've heard it here first from Dan.
No, not the...
Tackle 1. Potts a dummy half. This is Hadel. Shifts it out. Main with the ball. 10 metres out. Potts again. This is Tuivati. Turns it under. This is Tuitupo Kutu, I think. And he's got it over for the first try of the game. Knights lead 4-0.
Off the back of a penalty with the ball, the Central Coast team, they'll be disappointed with that. Lovely little short ball and some good footwork there. Tuitupo Kutu goes over. The Knights will look to make it 6-0 here with a kick to come.
Cheers.
Jack Smith lines it up. Deep breath. Moves in. And kicks it. So that makes it 6-0 to the Knights.
Sorry, Dan, I was just fixing up my team list. Had a couple of late changes, as I mentioned at the start of the game. So a late scratching for Central Coast is the number 5, Saxon Wallenhort, is out. So he was on the wing. So look for a high number to be replacing him on the wing. And for Newcastle, Tyler Doney is out. And the number 21 that we saw before is Jock Sullivan. So the Knights don't make the mistake the under-16s do off their first kickoff receive. And Harry Whitfield, a great run, pokes his nose through. And the Knights will hammer this left edge. Potts at dummy half. Here's Lockwood. Gives a bit of a wayward pass out to 2 of 80. This is Abraham. Down the right. Abraham's getting through. Fell awkwardly there. Hopefully the leg's okay. Gingerly as he gets up. Here's Tuitupu Kutu. I'm just going to call him, I think I might just call him Kutu for everyone's benefit.
STK.
STK. This is at Church, the number 20. Potts. Lockwood. He's got runners. Chips over the top. He's looking for Matora, but it's well taken there by the opposing number 2 in Josh Martin. Unfortunately, he drifts into his own in goal, and it will be a goal line dropout.
He's probably lucky he forced it there. The ball came loose. Opportunity for the Knights, but they'll get a repeat set. A nice kick there from Lockwood.
Roosters drop out. Let's see how good their line defence is. They find the deck. Whitfield will take it hard and strong. No fear there from Whitfield. Plays it quickly. Potts. That's the 13 in Hadel. 2 10-metre runs. Good signs. Potts at dummy half again. Dummies and finds Lockwood. Short pass. Main. Over the 10. Halfway through the set. Potts may go short side to Lockwood. He finds him off his left. Off his left again. Wrapped up there by the Roosters, number 9. Potts. Here's Whitfield. Short pass. Sullivan. Last tackle. Potts. That's the 6. Peterson shifts it out to Abraham. To the winger in Townsend. Bit of ad-lib footy here. He finds Potts again. Cut out ball goes to the ground. It's a little chip by Jack Smith. The chip goes too far. The grubber goes too far. Will be a 20-metre restart.
Well defended there by the Roosters. They looked to run it on the last of the Knights, but they numbered up well on the far side, forced them to come back, and they earn a 7-tackle set here.
Big scramble as well. Ball goes all the way over to the far side and then all the way back. Very big scramble. And sometimes those are the real hard ones to defend, like things that you're not prepared for. It's like a second kick, really. When they kick downfield, next thing you know, they're kicking downfield again. Roosters, with their 7-tackle set, they are showing the Knights that we will just run as hard as you. We will not back down. Harris finds McLean. Elton at dummy half. Full flat pass there. Here's Wadey. Very flat ball. Elton. Harris goes to the air. He's got chasers. It's drifting to the sideline. It's taken well by Martin. Sorry, Martin's on this side. I don't know who that is. But Josh Martin, I'm sure he'd be happy to get a compliment here and there. So we've just got to find out who the far winger is for the Roosters.
It's always good getting your name mentioned.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Dan. Newcastle. The number 12. Maine. Met. Solid defence. You can certainly tell the difference between under 16s and 18s. Just the amount of people in those tackles and the first contact. You can hear it from the commentary box.
You want to talk about defence? Matt Miafua, when he comes on, he was best on ground last week for the Knights, so and he's like a sledgehammer.
Matt Miafua, that is the number 14, sledgehammer. Be looking forward to seeing those hammers worth sledging, but Matora has dropped the ball middle of the field. Roosters, they have a chance. Sort of their first chance of the game, really. They had that 7 tackle set, but this one they've only got 55 metres to get to the line.
It's unfortunate there for Matora coming in to help out his forwards, and he just spills it in to play the ball.
Oh, no! Oh, man.
The Roosters let the Knights off the hook there.
Can't catch a break. What did you say in the last game? Coach killer. Just had a look.
Language, guys, language. Back, Roosters, back here on the 40. Bring it back on.
Like that are glad that we don't have replays.
Good. Make sure we can lock speed. Wait, 6, wait. All heads in, guys. Right in. Lock.
Knights. Lockwood. Goes himself. Willie Lockwood's through. He's got plenty of speed, but it's matched by Kendall Fay. But he gets the pass away.
Good. Jesse's good.
And Riley Mean scores the second try for the Knights. A great pass from Lockwood.
He looked like he might score himself there. Lockwood, good cover defence from the fullback, and just got the arm free and was able to give it to Riley Mean, and he goes under the post.
Just be out here when you go to take the kick.
What a pass. I didn't even see it. Makes it very easy for the conversion. Oh, he's got some turn of speed there, Willie Lockwood. And you did say he was the player to watch.
7 from the coast, Nick, on your left shoulder. Just not quite making to you sometimes, especially when they're starting to go towards his way.
Quite enjoying watching him play at the moment. A lot of skill there.
Not making to you at all, just maybe one or two.
Do you know who his junior club is?
Times,
written down who his junior club is?
Yeah.
Thanks, mate.
South Newcastle.
Just tip me off when we're going back that way.
Yeah.
All good.
Yeah, very big, mate. We got a first grade side down there. The premiership in 2016. Ben Cross, that used to play for the Knights, is the coach down at South Newcastle. Former Knights, absolutely. Knights legend, Storm legend, New South Wales Origin legend, Ben Cross. Now, they do have a strong junior.
Stay behind the ball.
Play their games down at Learmonth Oval. And Fay with the kickoff. Nice and high. Trying to emulate the great Pat Richards.
10, get clear, get square.
Powering kickoffs.
Go, 1.
Short side again. Here's Kutu. The STK. Finds an offload.
11, stand up.
And Potts has to drift out all the way to the sideline to be dummy half this play. Over the top. Lockwood finds a short pass. This is Maine. Linking up again. The try scorer. Lockwood out of dummy half. This is Smith. Smith, draw and pass. Matora down the left. He has to come in field because the defence was scrambling. And he's still going, Matora. To the 40.
13 and 10, stand up. Hold here, guys. Hold.
It's a good sign for the Roosters at least. Potts. To Avati. Kicks high. Faye's underneath. Great take. Great take under pressure.
6, stand up. Newcastle back to me. Newcastle. Go. 1. You're up, bro.
The outside backs will come here to relieve the
21,
hard work the forwards have just done
hold.
in the defensive sets.
2.
Speaking of forwards, there's Jacob Keane, brought down heavily on his back.
Here we go, guys. Hold.
That'll knock the wind out of your lungs. Another flat pass. Might want to check his running there. Jake Wadey.
Square markers. Go. 4.
Stinger. Dummies. No one's falling for it.
5
Pass tackle.
Move now. Get a foot to it. Hold.
Elton out of dummy half. Another penalty.
Then get your foot to it.
Could it be the play the ball
Step
again?
over the ball.
It is. It's an awkward looking signal for the referee to do.
It's a penalty.
Absolutely, yeah. Newcastle in prime attacking position. Looking to score their third try. Smith takes the hit up off the tap. Taps the ball a lot better than Josh Morris. Potts. Mean. Whitfield. Not much room to move there. A bit of a hospital pass. They're stacking their side on the right here, the Knights. Look how deep these players are. Look for something cool here. Tuivati. Here's Lockwood. The fullback Smith again. And here's the winger Matura. And Matura crashes over the line. The play was brewing. And executed very well.
Just too strong there from Matura. A good effort from the opposing winger to stop him from getting to the try line, but he's just too big and too strong.
That was interesting, the way that they set up for that play. The play the ball was in the middle of the field, and it was almost like they were inside the two scrum lines. Every single one of the Knights players was inside the scrum lines. It was almost a single file. And then they just all ran an outward diagonal line. It was amazing. Yeah. Probably just, if you get them that narrow, it might suck the defenders in. But, yeah. And Jack Smith.
SLE Worldwide.
Wide.
Bar Sports TV for streaming this live as he moves in for the kick.
Bar Sports TV. You sound like Yoda.
He's kicked it as well. That's a great kick from the sideline. Now we've got Anytime Fitness and Victor Sports Award as well. So thanks guys for your support. We're also live on
Facebook. We've got some feedback. Any feedback's good feedback, even though it's bad feedback.
Dan Carmody, thanks very much for the feedback, mate. It's much appreciated. So keep listening.
He's probably on his break at Macca's. Faye kicks it high once again. They're actually quite high and very difficult to take with the sun in your eyes. Newcastle done well. So we'll see how good these hit-ups are. And Lockwood's got another touch. And they've got numbers down this side. Looking for the offload. Matura spills it. Couldn't get a grip on it. Looking sharp down the short side, the Knights. But unfortunately, the pass not hitting the spot.
Riley Mean got the arm free there. There was a bit of space for the winger if he could have held on to it.
Oh, yeah. I think the offload came just half a second too late and just Matura, he just overran it a little bit and the pass was behind.
Great chance for the Central Coast here to strike back.
Yeah. Elton, the 14 Kappa, is on the field. And what an entry to the game, and he's dropped the ball. Kyle Kappa picked up and driven back, and he's not good after this. Oh, yes.
Some guys, Newcastle speed.
And Kappa gets up, holding his
Alright, boys, come back here.
On the red, fellas.
hands on his head.
Number one, guys, Newcastle, back here, guys.
Just a crunch of that tackle.
With more speed, bud, mate, with more
Winded,
speed.
I'd say.
Wait, 7 late. All heads in.
Good to see
Make
he's
sure
up,
you
though.
see feet,
He's up
front
and
row,
ready to
feet.
defend.
No, don't feet in. 7, come up. Front row, get your feet right. Outside foot forward. Hey, tunnel. Right, feet it in. Hold. Out.
He's out of the scrum. Potts. Tuivati.
11 hands away.
Just a couple out passing. Peterson plays the ball. And that's Abraham. Down the right. Abraham still going. Gets the flick pass away. And here's Tuipu. Kutu. However you say it. A penalty. I think it may have been a shoulder charge or something. High tackle. Yeah, STK.
Here's your mark up here, guys.
Me every time I try to say the long way.
What are you doing, bud? Right.
And 2 of 80. Kicks for touch.
Just in front of
Makes
the
a
line, guys. Bring it in,
good
10.
180
Back here, guys, back
metres
here. Four, up with me.
of territory there.
Wait. Go.
Abraham taps. And here's STK going for the line.
Around, one up. Hold the line, hold.
Lights
Go.
are scattered very strategically. Oh, the pass is too far out in
Go,
front.
guys. Touch straight down. Knock on.
And Central Coast present to the referee their get out of jail free card.
Down it. Down it. Let's go.
Yeah, it was a pass that he was expecting.
Make sure you get a football when you're playing it.
Run too far onto
Wait,
it,
7.
so
With the lock speed, bud. Lock head in.
that was miscommunication.
Feed it in.
Either
Hold.
way,
Out.
Roosters ball. A 1-out pass, lifting of the leg there just to... Here, have you met the grass? And they're chipping away here, the Roosters. But they're up against very strong Newcastle defence with great line speed. And unfortunately, that good run was marred by the slip towards the end. Another one. A hat trick of penalties for that.
Yeah, no, we're keeping an eye on it. Back here, fellas. Tap, here's your mark. Guys, when you're ready, go. No, not the ball! Hold here, guys. Hold!
Newcastle.
Hold.
Good
Go.
positioning now, Potts. This is Hadel. 10 out.
13, move! Try on, guys, try
Looking for
on.
the quick play of the ball.
Hold,
Potts
go.
again.
2.
Runs. Flat pass. Mayafua.
Short!
You talk about him as the sledgehammer. He's on the field now.
Hold. Go.
Potts again.
3.
Lockwood, good hands. Just a nice little calming
down,
pass
guys.
there, steadying the ship there to
19, that's
Main.
the ball!
Couple of plays remaining in this set. Potts. Lockwood. 2 of 80. Evades the defenders. Finds Peterson. They've got the numbers here, but good scramble by the Roosters. Holding it up. Last tackle. 2 of 80. Lockwood. Crossfield kick. Looking for his winger. It's spilled. The ball is live. It's picked up by Newcastle. Held up.
What a tackle in the corner. Try for all money there. The winger somehow recovers after the drop ball and gets it.
Guys, my bad. If you
Oh, you can't say too much about that. He's made the error, but he's cleaned it up very well.
wait. Take the ball, wait.
Jack
Down.
Smith
This is 0 tackle.
couldn't get the ball to the ground.
Go. 0.
Lockwood. Steady running. Whitfield. Finds Hadel. Taking it to the centre of the park. Loose ball. Roosters have got it. Another let off. And we'll have a scrum. Hopefully they can get through the set without getting a penalty for the play of the ball.
They've done well there to hold on the Roosters. Back-to-back sets on their own line. They come away from it unscathed. Let's see if they can get to a kick here.
All heads in, guys. Wait, I'll see when you feed it in. Make sure we see box feet. 7. Heads in, guys. Heads right in. 12. Head in. Right, feed it in. Hold. Out.
Roosters with the ball on their own 10. That's the only downside of this.
Move. Here we go, guys. Hold. Go.
That was good. That was with the foot. I don't mean to rub it in.
14, move.
Yeah, well, they've done well so far, so I think it might be a little bit of a wake-up call with these play the balls, and this is about with the same spot where the last penalty was. And playing the ball is the number 19. And Stinger, what a commentary name. Elton. The 19 again. We'll have to find out who that is. The 19 is Ryan Doman. Welcome to the game. Elton. Kicks high. Chasers might have been a little bit too far forward there, but Peterson takes it well and brings it back.
Roll away, Roosters. Back to me, guys. Back to me. Have a look. Go. Fine.
Down the other end of the field, and hopefully their defence can stiffen up a bit as the Lions put the ship to the right.
Ball. Clear him. Roosters back here. Roosters. 11. Hold. Hold.
Slowing down the rough Central Coast.
Go. 2.
Knights with great positioning here. Out the back to Lockwood. Short pass. Riley Main finds the gap, passes it back inside, and Bailey Walker juggles the ball, but he does catch it and scores the try. Great play from the Knights. Great execution.
Lovely ball from Lockwood. Put his second rower into a gaping hole, and he's done well to find his support there.
Okay, so we've had a couple of little tweaks to the team list for Central Coast. Number 19 is Ryan Dowman. And number 13 is not Jack Stinger. It's Jack Stringer. The great Paul Stringer's son. Sorry, Paul. I'm very sorry, Paul. I didn't mean to do that, Paul.
Former coach here at Wyong.
Yep.
Former South Sydney legend.
You play for the Knights or Dragons or someone? Parramatta, yeah. All of the above. That's where it's with multiple choice. You just press D. All of the above.
Rock solid front rower. In a dark time for South Sydney.
Oh, you had a few South Sydney legends from then. What was Brian Fletcher, South Sydney legend. And the conversion successful. Newcastle Knights 22, leading the Central Coast, who are yet to score.
Just had some sandwiches delivered to the box, and they look delicious. But
They're not outside. I was watching them as well. We're on a budget, Dan. I feel bad. I'm actually getting paid twice as much as you today. How much are you getting paid?
twice as much of nothing is nothing.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's twice as much as nothing is nothing. Maths. Here's the try scorer. Walker is on. Driving to the 20. Hitting that short side is STK. I'm getting there. Pots a dummy half. Rifles the pass. Finding Walker again, who's had a major impact since coming onto this game. 2 hit-ups in this set. 2 of 80. Here's Lockwood. Gives it short. The offload was looming there, but couldn't get it away. It was Riley Main. Miafua. Potts. Lockwood. Bombs it in the air. Well done, Kendall Fay. Excellent take. Reminds me a bit of Brett Carney that used to play for the Sharks with that haircut. Don't know if you agree or not, but... Yes. Was he the Sharks or the Titans? It was Sharks? I just remembered the bluey type shirt that he was wearing. Oh, that would hurt. Bit of an accidental knee to the face then, or the neck. This is Dowman. Punching the ball up. Penalty, Central Coast. This could be their first penalty of the day. Ball has been stripped out by the Knights. Ill discipline there from STK. That would be good. How long have we got left? We have... Oh, plenty of time. 9 minutes. If you're wondering why we couldn't just look at the scoreboard on your screen, we cannot see your screen. So we're not entirely silly. Elton. Strongman. Getting over the 20. 17 metres to the try line. Turns it under, but goes out. Harris. The ball's still live, and it's with Kappa. Does well to hold the ball this time. Martin a dummy half. Harris has to step because of the juggle upon catching the ball, sort of cut his time in half. Elton. Here's Dowman. Goes himself. Ryan Dowman. Held just before the line. Elton a dummy half. He finds Lang. Lang does a little grubber, but it's well positioned by a defending Knight player. Peterson takes a great first hit up after a kick.
Just hit him there, and he was lucky enough to just fall on it before the Central Coast could regather. So good defence from the Knights.
Even in the NRL, you see some great slip catches from like forwards that'll just get the grubber kicks on the full at their ankles or their knees or something. They just having canning ability to just catch the ball from a kick like that, but then you get one that's passed to their chest and they sometimes drop it.
The first real test defensively for the Knights, and they've done well.
Yes, that's right. And we've got an early bomb here from Lockwood. He's let it bounce, very risky. But a good result in the end for Central Coast. They will get the ball back. Central Coast, just beyond their own 30-metre line, will have a scrum feed.
Isn't it great, Tom, that legends like Laurie, Daley and Andrew Johns have put their names to these competitions? It really gives these kids something to strive for.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Great showcase for the NRL for the future. These kids have got a good platform to work on here.
And two really well-known country players as well that stemmed outside of the Sydney region. Of course, Laurie Daley down in the Australian capital, and Andrew Johns from Cessnock. You know who else was from Cessnock?
Matthew Johns?
Yes. Yes. That's right. Here's Elton. Dowman. Playing first receiver a lot, but he's putting the defence in two minds whether or not he's going to pass or run. So, good signs there. Elton again at dummy half. Harris. It's the number 12 in McLean. Dummies but goes himself. Last tackle, 20 metres out. Look for an Harris crossfield kick. Puts it up. Looking for his winger. It finds the coast. But the Knights find the coast and wrap him up straight away. So Bowler managed to catch the kick, but unfortunately he was just taken to the ground straight after.
Yeah, just couldn't get his arms free there. There was a chance for a try there for the Central Coast, but unfortunately couldn't get the offload away.
And the Knights now with Walker. Good post-contact meters. We've seen it both games here. This post-contact running is just awesome. Lockwood just steadies it short. Jackson pots it dummy half. Lockwood, Walker keeps the ball safe. Tucks it in just at the last second. Potts, Lockwood spews it down into the corner. He finds the grass, but the bounce favours Central Coast in Josh Martin. And Martin's lifted at the end. That had to be a penalty, surely. And it is. Silly stuff there from Newcastle.
Just letting the Central Coast see back in the game a bit here. A couple of penalties going against the Knights. And Central Coast have been able to put on a few attacking sets, which is good to see.
And there's the ball on the roof.
Scared me a little bit.
Honesty. It's all about the honesty. And this is Kyle McLean. Trying to get to halfway. Another penalty. Too long in making the tackle with the Newcastle Knights. Oh, yeah. That's back-to-back penalties as well, like a penalty from the tap, from the free kick. And Central Coast, 35 out. Here's Harris. And McLean again. Bit of deja vu here. McLean taking the first hit up off the free kick again. Elton. Dummies under. Oh, not another one. I'm not here. Not another one. Another play the ball penalty.
Disappointing is an understatement there for Central Coast. Good chance to put some pressure on this prime time.
Man. That's a shame. This might not go out. But it does.
You got a feel for them, the Central Coast.
Oh, yeah. And you've got the ball, too. You don't see many penalties. Like, you won't see one apart from the play the ball that actually goes against the team with the ball. That's a major penalty. That's the only penalty I think is more harsh than that is like a kickoff out on the full. But anyway, Knights with position now. And this Jack Jackson. Potts a dummy half. Walker Brought down in a great legs tackle there from Strongman. Old school classic. You can't run without legs. Here's the play we saw earlier. Lockwood gives it short this time. And it's Riley Mean. Off the same play, but the other execution.
Great vision from the halfback there. Same play as you said, but he goes short this time. Saw an opportunity with the short ball to his second rower. And Riley Mean crashes over.
Wow. You did talk about the player to watch. Now, both halfbacks for the Knights have been very good.
He's very smooth, Lockwood. Everything he does, he looks to do it with ease.
He gets really good early ball there from his halves partner in John Tuivasa. Tuivasa is just more than happy to just be that support, I guess you could say, for Lockwood, and just allow him to do his thing.
When you've got a good thing going, you don't go away from it. If he gets early ball, he's looking very dangerous.
And a lot of players, they wouldn't want to do that. So it's good to see that someone like John Tuivasa is more than happy to put his hand up and doing so. Props to him for doing that. But for now, the conversion to put the Knights in front by 30 points to 0 is Jack Smith.
Just over a minute to go until half time as well. So nice lead for the Knights going into the break.
He's got it. 30-0 here at Maury Breen. Knights over the Roosters.
Try for today, once again converted by Jack Smith. Knights 30, Roosters 0.
He's kicking well, the Macquarie Scorpion.
Is he a Scorpion, is he?
Yep, they're represented today very well, actually.
Macquarie.
4 players, 3 of them in the back line.
Well, there you go. Another club, obviously, with a strong junior base in Newcastle. They get some teams down at Keith Barry Oval on a Saturday morning at Macquarie. Walker again. Been one of the best forwards on the park so far this half. Potts. Nice run. But met with an equal shot there from the Roosters. STK plays the ball. Potts runs this time. Good option, but I think he wasn't expecting a bit of a shot like that. 2 of 80. Walker. Lockwood. Gives it out the back. Here's Peterson. A no-look pass. And it's the dangers of a no-look pass. It goes to ground. This could be dangerous. Lucky they put him down quite gently. And that is the hooter. And that is half-time. Newcastle Knights lead 30-0 over the Central Coast Roosters. And we will be joining you again in 10 minutes for the second half. I'm Tom Taylor, and with me is Dan McCamley. Thank you. Welcome back to Maury Breen Oval. And you are looking at the referee. How good is the referee looking that bright yellow shirt?
Centre of attention, and that's the way they like it.
Well, we were speaking about it, I think, off the mic before about the NRL referees on Thursday night wearing black. What do you think of that?
I couldn't see this guy wearing black out here. It's quite warm today, so he's probably lucky he hasn't got a black shirt on.
Yeah, yellow's probably very good. The brighter the better. And the Knights just made their way back to the field, and they will be receiving the ball, running from the left of your screen to the right. And we're just waiting on the Roosters to make their way onto the ground as well from their little hut in the top left of your screen.
We spoke about it in the 16s. It'll be interesting to see how the Roosters come out in the second half. They're a long way down, but if they can keep their heads up, keep plugging away, and maybe pinch a try or two, they can take a bit of confidence into next week's games.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Just penalties killing them at the moment.
Oh, especially those play the ball ones. 4 of them. Like, letting 4 penalties in a half is just bad enough as it is, but when they're all for the same thing.
And it's one thing to give away a penalty in defence, but when you've got the ball and you're looking to attack, you give those penalties away in the play the ball, it's devastating as a team.
Yeah, that's 100% right. You can give a penalty away when you're defending. It just means you tackle one more.
And the thing is, the rule hasn't changed. It's just that there's been a crackdown on it.
Mm.
It just shows that maybe over the last couple of years it's been a bit sloppy around the play the ball area. Now that they're having a look at it,
yeah,
these young kids are going to have to get back to the basics and put their foot on the ball.
Well, Michael Maguire from Souths is now the referee's elite boss or whatever, and he said that it's going to happen all year. It's not going to be just a thing for 3 weeks.
And that's all we can ask for is consistency.
That's right. Faye kicks it high to the corner, and 2 of 80 takes it nice, and Walker gets the nod to remain on the field for the start of the second half. Hopefully he can play just as good as he does in the first. Oh, strong run. Running over the top of him is STK. Oh, should be a rapper. This is Jackson on the red line. Potts. Walker again. Shapes to pass. Walker's through with the offload. And that's the number 18 in Byman King. Gets a quick play the ball. Potts out to Lockwood. Off his left foot. Lockwood still going, right arm fend. Last tackle, brought down by Faye. Gets the play to ball to Potts. He goes short to King, and Byman King crashes over 2 and crashes himself over for a try.
It all started from Walker there. First
Oh, yeah.
Put the Knights on the front foot and they finish it off with a try at the end of that set. As Walker, Texas Rangers, limped off. I hope he's okay.
Did he?
Yeah, he's just come from the field.
Ooh, not good, not good. Byman King. I don't believe he's actually been on the field at all in the first half.
Not a bad way to start your game if he's
Oh, absolutely. Byman King. What a way to enter the game.
just waiting on a kicking tee here again.
Yeah. I was down at some junior... No, it was a Newcastle All-Stars match last week, and they did not have a tee. The kickoff, All-Stars, Newcastle All-Stars versus Newcastle Indigenous All-Stars, kickoff was off the ground. First conversion was off the ground.
I don't know about you, but I like seeing that.
It's pretty good, eh? And he actually kicked it, like, just as far as he would have normally. You know what I like seeing as well? Toe pokers.
Yeah, they're good.
Just because they're rare.
Throwback to the good old days.
Mal Meninga style. Some things have changed for the better, though.
Not many.
Here we go. Not a bad kick, but not good enough. Across the face.
The try to Newcastle was Byman King. Newcastle 34, Central Coast 0.
So Newcastle Knights now leading the Roosters 34-0. Roosters will be looking to play for their pride now. Pride of the Central Coast. Nice kick off from Faber, an equally nice take from Lockwood. And a hard run there from the Knights. Yeah, that's an easy penalty there. Ill discipline from the Roosters. Ball stripped out. You could see that coming from a mile away.
Just struggling to stop him in his tracks there, so they tapped the ball and stripped it out. Penalty to the Knights.
And they're just reverting to that risky play, the Central Coast. I do hope they just go back to playing footy.
The old 2 balls on the field.
Yeah, trick. Potts. Ball finds Jackson. Over the halfway. Play the balls are slower, but I will take cleanliness over speed any day. Potts. Out the back. Lockwood. 2 of 80. Short pass. Juggled by STK, but caught in the end. Did I say caught?
It looked to have hit the Roosters defender there, so good call there by the referee.
I meant dropped. That's what I meant. It's opposite.
He didn't drop it.
It's opposite day. I always wondered when you say, is it opposite day? If it's opposite day, does that mean it's not opposite day because it's the opposite of opposite?
It's too early on a Sunday to be thinking about things like that.
That's true. Imagine these guys playing at a 9 a.m. time slot on a Sunday. Nice little pass there, but it's picked up by 2 of 80. No, it's Matura. It's Matura going for the line. Nearly doing a backflip in the process. Knights have got the ball. Potts goes himself. And he will get there. Ryan Potts. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, defence was in tatters, so all the room in the world to get yourself a meat pie. Bit of meat. You see the honey badger videos? Bit of meat in the corner. I was listening to talking about the honey badger. Nick Cummins on the way here. They were saying he's in line to be the next Bachelor. That's not a joke either. He's actually in line to be the next Bachelor.
That would be worth watching.
That would be. I would dead set be glued to my screen.
He's an interesting man.
Imagine him in the commentary box. I'm surprised he hasn't been a commentator yet.
Have you ever heard the Aussie bloke commentary?
Oh, the loosest Aussie bloke ever. When he does like the Super League or the soccer games and.
Yep.
Yeah, no, he's funny. He's funny. A little bit more of a profanity user, but he's very funny. But he's actually not a very good comedian itself. No. But he's good at not stand up anyway. He's a good comedian, but he's not good at stand up. But Jack Smith. Oh, he's missed it. Damn it, Jack.
Commentators cursed just before half time, complimenting him on how well he's kicking today.
Did we?
I did.
Oh, did you? Okay.
We want to see the Roosters respond here. Get down and put some pressure on with the defence. It's quiet. Just quiet.
Kendall Fay. Good kicking off practice here. He's getting good at it. 2 of 80 takes it again. And another hit up. We've seen a lot of these hit ups off the kickoff from the Knights today. Here's STK. The rat's tail flapping about behind him. Potts. 2 of 80. This is actually quite good defence. Knights are struggling to find some forward momentum in this set. Potts. Jackson. Oh, yeah. Can easily crawl into their shell. Kick from inside the 40 from 2 of 80. Good positioning there from Fay. Skip. But couldn't skip really anywhere, actually. Little out of dummy half. Been relatively quiet there, Jason Little, so he's looking to get himself a little bit more involved. Little bit more involved. And he gets a penalty for his team. And he throws the ball straight into the scone of Harris, who was standing behind him. Oh, that's risky. See how far forward the Kyle Kappa was standing then on that kick for touch?
Yeah, I think they'll let that one slide.
Well, if I was an assessor, I'd be writing about that.
18, 21, move.
Oh, not again! Stop it! No! Let me try my Gus Gould. No, 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 no!
That's 5.
That's 5. You heard it, the winger. You got to play it with your foot, Kyle.
Sounds like such a basic thing.
I know.
They're struggling with it today, the Central Coast.
I'm thinking it's going to be good in the long term. I'm thinking when everyone gets in the habit of playing the ball, because I remember playing under 10s and you'd get taught that. It's at training, you got to play it with your foot. Every coach says it. And then as you get older, it just sort of dies down. But here's 2 of 80. Flat pass. STK. Too flat. Way too flat. It's actually forward.
STK showed some good speed there, though, in that hole.
Yeah.
Rushed away with defenders. He was going over for sure.
Very nice. He's a very skillful player down this right edge. Did you say he was a Scorp as well, or?
He's been very good today. I don't think he is. I think he's from Souths. Western Suburbs, actually. He's from Western Suburbs Club.
Oh, they'll do their best to hold on to him. So I'd say he'll be representing West in at least 19s, because we have our 19s. We don't have under 18s. We go straight from 17s to 19s. And but he could be in reserve grade. If he's good enough, West will pick in reserve grade ahead of 19s. Ball spilled, and it's picked up by Jack Smith. And he will go under the post untouched. Of course he'll go under the post. He's the goal kicker. And a little error there from Central Coast. And Jack Smith picks up the crumbs.
Yeah, quick to pounce on that, Jack Smith. Reacted first and just off he went. Untouched. You're right, Tom. This will make the kick very easy for him.
Yeah. I see what you did there, Jack Smith. Jack Smith. May as well just leave the headgear on.
They've all got their routines, the kickers. Don't want to go away from their routines.
Got some weird routines for kickers these days. Has anyone got? Adam Reynolds has got the weird pose.
He does the high knee thing as well.
Yeah, the high knee. I like the one where he sort of bends over and he has his hands out in front of him. But
The old Johnny Wilkinson.
yeah, you see kids try to emulate that, thinking it's must make me a good kicker if I do that.
We've spoken about the toe poke earlier. But for Mal Meningas to do it, it's good enough for anyone.
I'm a toe poker. I was always a toe poker. It was good. I could get them pretty straight, but like 1 out of 5 would just go along the ground or over the side, or just be quite embarrassing. I could never do these type of kickers. I could never do the banana style.
No, not skillful enough for me.
All right, Dan, what are the odds? Are we going to see another penalty for a play the ball in this game?
I hope not. I really hope not. I hope the Roosters...
I hope not against the Roosters.
For the next 20 minutes, let's see if they can eradicate from that game, and it'll give them an opportunity to get down the other end and put some pressure on, put some points on.
Yeah. Anyway, the Knights have got possession. And they've probably had at least 70% of the possession. Lockwood, Peterson. Peterson runs. Here's Matura. Down the left wing, looks to pass inside. But his channel is blocked. But Matura! He loses his footing and gets it to Willie Lockwood. Brought down. Great tackle, Kendall Fay. Pots out a dummy half. 2 of 80. And the Knights will get over. Trentham Peterson. Great hustle there from the Knights. in probably the tackle of the game, though, with Kendall Fay out of nowhere, just grass cutted him.
Yeah, great chase from the fullback. Even being this far down, it was good to see him put that effort in. Made a great tackle. Can't fault the effort here from the Central Coast. They've just come up against a red-hot Knights team today.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm just trying to think. I don't think the Central, apart from those penalties for the rucks, but I don't think they're actually going too bad. What we are seeing from the Knights is just really, really good. So it's not a case of Central Coast have let this one slip away. It's like they are trying their absolute best.
When you come up against a quality team like the Knights, so everything has to go your way, and those penalties with the ball are just killing the Central Coast at the moment.
And Jack Smith converts the try.
Back on target, Jack. This is a good start in the half.
Yeah. I think the confidence booster was the last kick from right in front.
Yeah, you would have been happy with that one. Tough kick.
Do you want to call play by play? Sure. Can you swap them off?
Just use the... Oh, okay. Newcastle. Back on the run with the sledgehammer. Matt Miefu, whatever. And they're hammering down that side. It's where they had success the last set. Potts. Lockwood. Been a little bit quieter this half. 2 of 80. Peterson. Going through the hands. And Sam Abraham finds Peterson on the inside. And Peterson will find 2 of 80. And Ryan Potts. What happened then? What? Ryan Potts. In an awkward spill.
Yeah, ball just seemed to come loose there. He looked to be going over under the post, and it's spilled out the back. Referee's ruled it's gone forward, so the Central Coast get away with one there.
Imagine that if it was 12-0 or 12-all. Central Coast. Lang. Got 25 out. Little plays the ball. And this is Stringer. No, it's not. It's Strongman. Wade, he's back on the field now. Ready to make the most of his time in the back end of this second half. Strongman again. Ooh, that tackle drifted up towards the chops, and referee agrees. High tackle.
Yeah, definite high shot there, so it gives the Roosters a chance to go on the attack. Let's see if they can put some points on the board.
Oh, I hope this finds touch. Get worried every time I see a kick that just doesn't look like it comes off the middle of the boot. Good attacking opportunity here. Lang finds Worrell. Kai Worrell gets it to the 10. Elton. Strongman again. Juggles the ball a little bit. Nice control.
13 on the line. Hold. Hold. Go.
Elton. Turnaround play. Harris. Finds Lendl. Kendall. Sorry. Gives it out to Kappa. Kappa's brought down. Strong legs tackle.
Hold, guys. Hold. Go.
Is Elton. Harris. Lang. Fires it flat.
No.
Here's Worrell again. Spins.
21.
Brought down once again. 10 out. They can't bust through them here, Central Coast. They're giving it all. Oh, strong marker defence, but too strong.
Early.
Yeah, a bit too quick off the mark there from the Knights.
Marker.
Will they take the 2 here?
Here's your marker, not quick.
I think they might take the quick tap.
21.
Stop there.
Take the 2. Here's a good run. Tauraki. Tauraki.
Hold up, guys.
TT.
That's one. Go back out 10 metres, play the
Tauraki.
ball. Come on, put them on the line, guys. Hold. Go. One.
Elton. Cut out ball. Turns it around to Lang.
Forward.
Nice pass. Unfortunately, it was just spilled there. Nice option from Faye, and STK picks up the ball.
Despite the rat's tail, he's been very impressive today.
I think that would have been an opportunity to square up those play the ball penalties. Didn't keep his footing after he played that ball or something. He just sort of played it and fell forward. The Knights, they're very bunched, considering the dominance that they've shown out on the edges. They're very bunched halfway up the field. They're looking for a quick play the ball. Potts at dummy half. 2 of 80. Lockwood steps off his left. He's dangerous as always with the ball.
Make it back to the line, guys. Go. 8 not square.
Potts sees there's no markers. He goes straight through, and Potts gives it to Matt Miafua. The sledgehammer. Oh, and a nice little post-try celebration from Potts.
Great vision from the hooker there, Potts. Saw no markers, took off, straight through the gap. And Miafua backing up in the middle and strolls over for an easy try.
I'm just waiting for the Fortnite post-try celebration. You play Fortnite, Dan?
No, I can't say I have, mate.
Yeah, neither. I've just seen it all over Facebook with like Josh Dugan and all them doing the medic pose from Fortnite. Post-try celebrations. You don't see much of those anymore. I'm a big fan of seeing post-try celebrations.
I'd like to see them come back. They've just started it in the NFL. It's legal now to do them. They used to get penalised for them, but you can do them now, and it adds a bit of flavour to the game. A couple of different celebrations this year in the NFL, so I'd like to see them back in the NRL.
You watch the NFL?
Yeah, watch it a fair bit. So it was some of the bobsled celebrations and grenade celebrations. They were quite funny this year, so it'd be good to see them back in the NRL.
My favourite one was always the take a photo with the boot, get the team all together and take the photo, or a selfie or whatever it was. But yeah, the grenade's always good. Bowling, that's another one. They bowl the ball at them and they just do the 10 pins. Yeah, bring it back. It was sad when you saw it in the NFL. It's like, oh yeah, I'm celebrating a touchdown, and oh, next thing you know, I've been penalised for it. Bring back taking the shirts off in soccer as well, and flaming around everywhere. And Central Coast once again with a kickoff. This one actually finds the in goal, so it's the biggest kickoff of the day. And tackled there by number 20, who's just joined with us, Brad J, for the Central Coast. And those bright green boots that you cannot miss. Knights with Lockwood. Flat pass there to Sullivan, who we haven't seen since the early stages of the game, Sullivan. So I was going to say very close there, and lost ball, so it'll be a scrum to Central Coast, and Jake Wadey decided to let him know how much of an error that was.
Yeah, let's see if the Knights can hold these Central Coast boys out. They'll be looking to get on the board. Repeat set for the Central Coast at the very least here, the goal. The Knights just trying to get enough numbers in the scrum. They come to the left through the halfback. Nice short ball. Nice run there by Mitch Bowler. Slow play the ball. As it comes to Brad J. Good numbers in the tackle there from the Knights, slowing the ruck down. Options both sides here for the Central Coast. They go short. Jake Wadey. A few touches since he's been back on the field, Jake. Getting involved. Central Coast come to the open side, and a knock on there by Kyle Lang. Wasn't the best of passes out of dummy half, but he'll be disappointed with that one. It'll be a scrum feed to the Knights, about 15 metres out from their own goal line. We've just had trouble completing sets today the Central Coast, whether it be errors or penalties against them. The Knights win the scrum feed. There's Miafua now, takes it up. Very elusive Miafua. He breaks free of a couple of tacklers there. The ball comes the open side. A nice hit up there by the Knights, trying to get on the front foot. As they go left, another good run there from the hooker, Derby, Ryan Potts. As Lockwood goes to the air. It's a high kick into the sun. Bounces there, the fullbacks miss it. The Knights pick it up. The Knights go over. That's a try. Pat A. Church. High kick from Lockwood into the sun. Kendall Fay, who's been good under the high ball today, just couldn't pick it up, and the ball bounces straight into the arms of Pat A. Church, who goes over and scores for the Knights. Unlucky there for the fullback. He's been good today for the Central Coast.
Yeah, he's very good, but it's been very underutilised this sun. You can have a look at the shadows of the players. They're sort of really compressed in, which means the sun's directly above us. And I'm surprised we haven't seen more kicks designed to really put the pressure on the fullbacks with the sun in their eyes. So it's about time we've seen one, and Kendall Fay really struggled to actually find out where the ball was, and I think the ball bouncing was just the fact that he had no idea where it was. So good tactic there from the Knights. I'd say we will see one in the next set as well.
As a conversion successful there by Jack Smith. Yeah, Kendall Fade'd still be struggling to see, I reckon, after looking up at the sun for that long. You'll get a chance to restart again here. Good restart last kickoff, so let's see if we can do it again. Short kickoff here from the Central Coast, and they've regathered.
Oh, here we go.
And he's away. They've caught the Knights sleeping there. Great pick up there by Mitch Bowler. The Central Coast go on the attack. Back to the fullback, and he's wrapped up well there by Lockwood. As they go the short side. The dummy throws the dummy. Goes close. Regan Harris, the referee, looking for confirmation. And he's in. The Central Coast are on the board. Regan Harris stretches out, slams the ball down. And you've got to be happy for the Central Coast there. Caught the Knights napping from the kick-off with the short start. And they've gone over in the right-hand corner.
They did it! They finally scored. Go Central Coast! And the comeback is on. We've still got 8 minutes. Plenty of time. They've only got to another 58 points? They got this. They've got this. Let's go the Roosters.
It all starts with this kick. If the comeback's on, he'll need to kick this.
Yeah, it's all on the kick. Everything comes down to this kick.
It's good to see them get over the line, the Roosters. They've toiled hard today. A few mental lapses with the ball and a few errors, a few penalties, but they've tried hard all day, so it's good to see him get on the scoreboard. As he moves in for the kick, the try scorer, Regan Harris, strikes it well, and it's waved away by the touchy, so the score will stay 62-4, and I dare say that's the end of any comeback hopes for the Central Coast. Knights in no rush to get the game restarted here. Warm conditions out there today, so they'll be looking forward to a full time. So Knights go long from the restart. The Roosters bring it off their line. That's a good run, but solidly met there. That was Jacob Keane bringing it back. Brad J with a nice run there. As the Roosters will look to get to a kick here. Making some good meters in this set. That's a nice run by Jack Stringer. They come the open side. And another hit up there for Jacob Keane. So that's 2 touches in this set, getting involved. As they come left. Nice short ball there from Kyle Lang. Kai Worrell with the hit up. This will be the last. Lang with a little kick over the top, but good positioning there from the fullback, Trentham Peterson. Beats a couple of would-be tacklers as well. Brings it back to the 30, so a good run there by Peterson. There's the Knights now with a quick scoot out of dummy half. Some good field position here for the Knights. They'll be filthy they let that try in. So they come the short side. Sam Abraham, he's been good today on the right edge. Slow play the ball. They come the open side, the Knights. Ty Kennedy hits it up. Oh, nice short ball there from the 5'8", and a nice offload. And Willie Lockwood, he goes in. Does he get it down? I think he does eventually. I think the referee's going to be happy to blow it, and he does. Some beautiful play there by the Knights. Nice short ball. Ross Hadel through the gap. And a nice offload to Lockwood, who finishes it off. It takes the score to 66-4.
That's good. That was a really good play.
Just over 5 minutes to go here. Jack Smith will line up the conversion attempt. Tell you what, Tom, the person running the tee on today has definitely got his exercise in for the day.
Yeah, I wonder what his Fitbit says. I was just going to make a comment how good this breeze is.
Yeah, conditions have definitely improved in the box. Still haven't got that water, but the temperature's dropped at least 10 degrees. The sweat patches are disappearing as we speak, so it's nice. It's a pity the game's coming to an end. Good opportunity again to thank our sponsors, SLE Worldwide. Bar TV Sports, they're streaming these games live. Couldn't do it without them. Anytime Fitness are on board, as well as Victor Sports. So a big thank you to those guys for coming on board as the kick is successful. That makes the score 68-4. 4 minutes to go, so...
Oh. 7.
So Central Coast look to get the game back underway. Decent kick down. And that's looked to have crept up there, but he said he's got him around the shoulders. Ross Hadel, Matt Miafua with a nice run and offload. As the Knights shifted to the left, down the left wing. Mataora comes back in field, doesn't want to be taken into touch. Roosters get good numbers to the tackle though, so good scrambling there from the Central Coast. Beam and King there with a run, try scorer today. Miafua. Back to Jack Jackson. That's a lovely commentary name. Miafua now, changing the angle. Nice pass as they go to the left, out to Mataora. Mataora for the corner, and he's in. Another try to the Knights. Change of angle midfield by Miafua. They go down the left-hand side, and Mataora in the corner.
Yes, when we look at Facebook in the coming days, this highlight reel, I think, is going to be about 9 minutes long. If you want to get every try in. And that takes the Knights past the 70-point margin. So the score is currently 72-4. With a kick to come, the Knights to make it 74 points to 4. So, wow, do you give someone else, like if one of your forwards, a kick, or do you really want that for and against?
This would be his toughest kick of the day for Jack Smith. Let's see what he's got from the sideline. He's racked up 22 points today, Jack Smith, so I don't think they'll be taking the kicking duties off him anytime soon. This is definitely his toughest of the day, though. From wide out, wrong side for the left footer. Sets himself, moves in, strikes it well. It's waved away by the touchies. So conversion unsuccessful. I'll get one set with the ball, the Knights. Just over a minute to go. 72-4 is the score. As the Roosters go long. The Knights hit it up from the kickoff. It's a good, solid shot there by the Roosters. They're still hitting hard in defence when they get hands on them. The Knights not struggling to make metres here as they work it out of their own end. Mia Fua. Oh, short ball to STK and it's turned over and the Roosters are off. A nice offload. They're going for the try line. Mitch Bowler. Does he get there? No. Short. Quick, play the ball. He goes himself. Come on. Does he get it down? Held up, says the referee. Look at all that out there. Kai Worrell going himself. Oh, no, he's given the try. He's given the try, the ref. He looked to have signalled for held up. What? He's given the try. Kai Worrell. Well, that's a great way for the Roosters to finish this game off. 72-8 with a kick to come. There's the full-time siren. So a good way for them to finish today, Tom.
Everything just against the grain. That was confusing at the end. But a great try there from Bowler. I thought he butchered the opportunity with like 1,000 numbers out on the open side going yourself. Very risky, but he got the chocolates.
He got there in the end. As I said, the referee looked to have signalled held up, but he must have seen something, seen the ball on the ground over the stripe. As Jade Strongman moves in for the kick, and it's fallen off the tee. That wouldn't happen with sand. There's the kick. It's not the prettiest, and it's hit the left upright. So unlucky there for Jade Strongman. And that's full time here at Murray Breen Oval with the Newcastle Knights beating the Central Coast Roosters 72-8.
What a scoreline. Unfortunately, Central Coast just couldn't hold their own for the majority of this game. But they got a couple of points on the board, which was great to see. So, yeah, until next week in round 4 in the Laurie Daley Cup, we'll see how they can go again, whoever they're playing next week.
Yeah, hopefully they can just eradicate those play the ball penalties. That'll give them a better chance of putting a bit of pressure on. They just stopped all momentum for the Roosters today, those 5 penalties. So let's hope they go back and work on that this week at training, and we'll see them next week.
Yeah, so until next week, my name's Tom Taylor, and with me is Dan
McCamley.
It's a running joke. We're on Bar TV Sports at the Central Coast Murray Breen Oval with the CRL representative games. Newcastle Knights over the Central Coast. Thank you very much.